Will the 2 weeks that NASCAR is taking off for the Olympics, will that make people like NASCAR more? There is just a thought, Charlie, that if you give the people what they want all the time, then they have a chance to complain.
Hmm.
You give them 2 weeks off, they might miss it. Will they like NASCAR more?
Yes, and I think people already miss it. This is weird. This Olympics break is weird. And I'm trying to think of like a football schedule. If you follow a team and you have a bye week, okay, you have a bye week. But to have 2 straight weeks, and really if you think about it, because if you race every week, it's kind of like 3 off weeks, right? It's 3 straight weeks. Okay, you talk a little bit about Indy, but then it's like it's almost 3 full weeks till you have a race. And I think the NASCAR schedule to me is an easy watch because if you're just watching the Cup guys, it's kind of how you plan your Sundays, right? You plan your Sundays around that. Maybe you go to lunch, brunch, church, whatever it is, but then you miss it, right? I mean, baseball is one of those things you have to kind of watch it every night. It's always on your TV from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock. So I don't know. For me, you miss NASCAR on Sundays, but then also you miss talking about the race for the next half of the week and then previewing the race the next week. So, yes, 100%. I think NASCAR fans miss it. They want it back. And 2 weeks in a row is too long for me.
Yeah, I got to agree. And I go to the psychology part. The fans love NASCAR, but you also got the group that is 25%. So we have 100%. We've already done all the polls. About 77% of people love NASCAR. And the other small portion, they love it, but they want to complain about it. That is their sport. Charlie, I think they're going to miss complaining about it, and that's going to make them love it more. So I really feel like this is a brilliant move by NASCAR. I don't really remember the last time that they said, okay, we're taking off because of the Olympics. I also feel like this is something that TV pretty much made them call their hand. In other words, the Olympics are on NBC, then they're on the USA network. And I don't know about you, but if you scrolled your TV, you can find the Olympics on every hidden channel. So if they had NASCAR right now, it might be on streaming.
Yeah.
So I really feel like this is a psychology lesson to everybody. I feel like this is going to be a big lesson. I think this is a big turning point in NASCAR. 2 weeks off is going to make people, it's going to remind them why they love NASCAR.
Yes. And I agree. It's one of those things that we've talked about in the past. You've talked about this. Dale Jr.'s talked about this. Maybe NASCAR needs to race less, right? That's a
Yes.
fair it's a fair conversation and debate. But then also be careful what you wish for because sometimes if you got 20 straight races and you're like, okay, it's feeling redundant. But then when you have that 2 weeks off, you really do realize how much you miss it. So sometimes the grass is not always greener.
Yeah, and I don't like winter. I don't like winter because I'm getting older and I don't have fun in the snow unless I'm going to go to Canada or out the west, somewhere. But I don't like winter. I get into about January and I'm like, my God, please bring NASCAR back. Charlie, if you make somebody sit in their house all day long, it drives me crazy. So imagine people taking almost 20 days off because you bring up a good point. And we'll end it like this, Charlie. We're not going to beat it like a dead horse. You get 1 week off, then another week off. That's 2 weeks. But you're right. You add on the other 4 days,
Mhm.
you're almost off 3 weeks because, you know, Monday through Sunday, then Monday through Sunday, then Monday through Thursday, then they start racing. So, you're right. That's a long time off. It's more than 2 weeks because you got to wait the other week to get to the third week, right?
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. Respond right here, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment. Is this going to make you love NASCAR more? 2 weeks off. Remember, you want to complain about NASCAR. They're not giving you nothing to complain about. This is you 18% of the people. Our stats say that 15 to 18% of you don't like NASCAR, but you like to watch it. You like to complain. Are you part of that group? 77 something percent love NASCAR.